I wasn't originally planning on making this video, but since a ton of people shitted on me for my take on the very recent Griffin situation, and I was right all along, plus you guys voted for me to make a response, so I decided I would take a shit all over the 3 main small commentary channels, who were like good little dogs jumping at the opportunity to get some food to try and bring in some attention to their channels. But you know, after Griffin's response, I don't think they'll be receiving the attention they wanted. And well, Near Fanboy has really taken it well, and by taking it well, I mean he deleted his video because he couldn't handle the backlash. If you haven't noticed already, I won't be holding back in this video as I normally would, as I'm having way too much fun right now. It's hard to get a better feeling than being right whilst a shit ton of people were trying to convince you otherwise. And I fully intend to make fun of everyone in this situation apart from this guy, because his video was actually good. For a fair warning, I am going to be a complete asshole in this video, since this W was way too big to not be an asshole about it. These people were getting all that information from Jess, whose age most of them were questioning, apart from BT, who didn't question her age, because according to them she wasn't trustworthy.
This is the part that makes me a little nervous on Griffin's behalf, because people that I have talked to have said that they have talked to this Alex, and when she was directly asked about her age, she pretty much just didn't answer, from what I understood.
But at the same time, they were getting all the information from her. I mean, the irony couldn't be stronger. She's only supposedly credible so long as it's in line with your narrative. How convenient. But either way, BT's video was air. It had a few questionable moments, like him saying Griffin was a manipulator.
Now, another thing that happened was that they DM'd each other quite frequently, which is fine. You're allowed to share DMs with anyone. However, in the DMs, Griffin just seems emotionally manipulative. Like he's trying to manipulate Jess here.
That is one of the biggest stretches I've seen in a long time, and the fact he later on starts raiding into Griffin for what his fanbase does, something that is entirely out of his control, really goes to show you how desperate these people were for points against him. BT's video in fairness was the best out of the 3, however him running away from me was utterly pathetic. Now dear god, Near's video was horrendous. That shit was truly awful, from giving off major incel vibes,
because it's people like Griffin that ruin dating as a whole,
to flat out false information being rampant in the video.
Now, not only did Griffin simp for Jess like crazy, but Griffin also thought it would be a good idea to donate money to her, from what we know, up to 4K.
Which in fairness to Near, this bit of misinformation regarding the $4,000 was spread by BT as well.
In fact, he actually sent $4,000 fucking dollars over to this chick.
And it was cleared up by Griffin in his response. Also, there were some wild accusations thrown in there as well.
This is just a theory. Griffin could be threatening Jess with a counterdox because he knows personal info regarding her.
How you come to that conclusion from the situation is honestly baffling to me, and Near was flat out lying about me in his video. It was a complete shit show. I mean, the guy couldn't have set himself up for embarrassment better if he tried.
And I'd love to be proven wrong, but that just isn't the case.
However, Near has obviously realized this through utter embarrassment, because initially he removed a segment about me in the video and now he has deleted the video in its entirety. Something I think the rest of the people in this situation should take notes on, because if Rayvin really did mean to just spark discussion in his video like he claims, then he would have deleted the video days before Griffin made his response, due to him saying that both Jess and Griffin have both quote unquote cleared everything up at the time. If the video was truly not a grift to revive his dead channel like I genuinely believe it was, then surely after the discussion, essentially in your own words, has been ended, then there's no reason for the video to stay up other than to attract new viewers and subscribers. And the brain dead argument of, oh, I never said he was doing such and such, doesn't exactly hold up if you use your brain for 2 seconds, because speculating on what was seen at the time as a sensitive topic literally helps fucking nobody. And please, if you try to respond to me, please don't try and claim you didn't think the topic was sensitive, because you clearly thought it was sensitive enough to use an alias when talking about Jess.
So what exactly is the situation here? Well, so Griffin was in contact with a member of his Discord. This person, for the sake of the conversation, we're just going to refer to this person as Alex.
But you've got to beat Near and BT to the punch and be the first person to upload a video on the situation, don't you? Also, him saying he wasn't speculating is some of the most hilarious shit I've heard in a long time, because if you weren't speculating, then what the fuck was this shit, bro?
Now, what I get from these screenshots is that these two had at least a somewhat intimate relationship over the interwebs at some point. How intimate this relationship was, I have no clue. All I know is that apparently there were thigh pics that were sent. This is the part that makes me a little nervous on Griffin's behalf, because people that I have talked to have said that they have talked to this Alex, and when she was directly asked about her age, she pretty much just didn't answer, from what I understood, which I gotta admit, bro, that's a little sus. It's a little sus, especially given Griffin, I believe, is 23 years old.
Like, Jesus Christ, you admit in the video itself you were just speculating.
Now, I will be 100% transparent. I was only shown a few screenshots of one isolated conversation that they had. I am not fully aware as to the relationship of these two individuals, that being obviously Griffin and Alex.
And either way, you fully admit to making a video on a situation of which you have no idea what you're talking about. Something you should never do when it comes to this type of situation. And the way you tried to get around this was utterly pathetic.
Again, I'm not too sure that we have enough information on this situation to outright claim anything at all. I just think it's worth talking about because this really needs to get straightened out one way or another, because it's kind of fucking weird.
If there wasn't enough information on the topic, then you shouldn't have made the video when you did. You should have waited instead of rushing it out to be the first one covering the topic. Also, in no way, shape or form did the situation need videos made on it to get it cleared up. When their videos were uploaded, Griffin's server wasn't deleted. It would have been extremely easy to get in touch with him through the Discord. But none of you decided to do that, even though you all thought it was video worthy, which caused an insane amount of overreactive speculation. And when people realize this much on hearsay like you guys did, everything turns into a shit show, which it did. Now, my personal take on the situation is that I don't give a fuck. This video was made to capitalize on my fat W, and I don't think I've tried to hide that. The entire situation was overblown by a few small channels hoping it would turn out to be something big, although I don't think they wanted it to turn out this way for obvious reasons. Do I think Griffin is a simp? Honestly, no. There's a huge difference between sending money to someone you are close to, who you play video games with on a daily basis, to donating large sums of money to people like Pokimane. They are totally different scenarios. Griffin did take an L with his DMs being leaked and him being caught down bad, but this drama was a load of bullshit T-channel levels of content. Nothing but hearsay and a bit of incel energy in Nair's video. And the idea that I'm a Griffin simp is a bit moronic, considering the fact I would quite literally only benefit from a real downfall of Griffin. Now we've finally come to the end of this video, so with all that being said, please do not forget to do all the things YouTubers love to beg you to do, aka check out my Discord server, my Twitter, as well as like, comment and subscribe. So I will see you all in the next video.